intestine. It is also one of the part of alimentary canal. And let us see what is large intestine and what is the importance of large intestine in the alimentary canal and which is helps in the digestion process. See that this is called as large intestine and it is a long part. It is also one of the long part of alimentary canal. If you see the measurements, so it is about 1.5 meters in length and 6.5 centimeters in diameter. So that is the measurements of large intestine. Here it plays a major role in the various functions like completion of absorption, production of certain vitamins, formation of feces and expulsion of fecal matter from the rectum region through the anus. So they are the main functions provided with the large intestine. And if you see that the large intestine is divided into 4 parts. Here we will see that the parts. The first part is anterior part is known as cecum, and the second part is known as colon. The third part is known as rectum, and the fourth part is anal canal. Cecum. Here we will identify the cecum, and the remaining coiled structure is known as colon, and here a large structure is there that is called as rectum, and finally opens outside through the anus, and there that is open outside through the anal canals. So now we can say that large intestine have 4 parts: the anterior part, middle part, the posterior part, and finally opens outside to the anal canal. Cecum, colon, rectum, anal canal. So this is called as cecum, and this is the coiled structure is known as colon, and here a large sac-like structure is there that is called as rectum, and finally opens outside to the anus or anal canals. Parts of large intestine. First I am going to take cecum. So let us see what are the characters are there in cecum. Here the cecum is a small blind sac. So this is called as the cecum. It is a blind sac. Now what is the importance of cecum here? So here the cecum is host to some symbiotic bacteria. So it is provided with some kind of microorganisms. So they are called as here symbiotic bacteria. And here it consists of narrow finger-like tubular projection is there. So that is called as provided with. It is provided with lymphoid tissue. The lymphoid tissue is known as a vermiform appendix. Here this is called as vermiform appendix, and we will see that vermiform appendix is the most important character. This is called as vermiform appendix. Here we can see that the finger-like tubular lymphoid tissue that is called as vermiform appendix. It is considered as the vestigial organ in the human beings. So there will be no specific function to that particular structure that is called the vermiform appendix. And next part, that is colon. So colon is located just behind the cecum region, and here it is divided into 4 parts. So that is the first part is known as ascending colon. This part is known as ascending colon, and the middle part of colon is known as transverse colon, and another part that is just behind the transverse colon that is called as descending colon, and the fourth part is called as the curved part is there that is called as sigmoid colon. So now we can say that the colon is divided into 4 parts: ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon or sigmoid part. So ascending colon is located here, and this is called a transverse colon, and the descending colon, and finally that is called as sigmoid colon. And we can observe a thick band-like structure is there on the dorsal surface of the colon. So this is called as tinea coli. So these are the structures we can identify in the colon region. Rectum. It is the another part of large intestine. It is a muscular tube, straight muscular tube. It is about 20 centimeters in length, an expandable organ for temporary storage of feces. So it opens into the anal canal and helps in the reabsorption of water. So here we can identify that the rectum is a muscular tube-like structure, and that is present just behind the sigmoid colon, and which opens into the anal canal. So here the main purpose of rectum is here to reabsorb the water from the feces, and here it is an expandable organ for temporary storage of feces. So that is the main function of rectum, and rectum opens into the anal canal. The last part of large intestine is anal canal. Let us see what is anal canal. So it is a terminal portion of the rectum. So this is the rectum and this is called as terminal portion. Here we can identify the anal canal. See that anal columns contain network of arteries and veins. So internally the anal canal is composed with various arteries, network of arteries and veins. So here inside of that included with, that is, mucous membranous longitudinal folds will be present. So they are called as anal columns. So internally mucous membrane longitudinal folds are called as, they are called as anal columns. So anal columns are present inside the anal canal, and here it is guarded by internal anal sphincters as well as external anal sphincters. So internal anal sphincters are composed with smooth muscles and they are involuntary in action, and whereas external anal sphincters, internally anal canal is composed with external anal sphincters, they are composed with skeletal muscles and which are voluntary in action. So internally anal canal is composed with internal anal sphincters as well as external anal sphincters. So both are very important to release the feces whenever the feces comes from the rectum region.